Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing. If you're tuning in for the first time,
I'm Corey.
I'm Kevin, and in our episode, we talk about nothing.
Talk about nothing.
Which is a slight, misnomer because, we got to talk about something. It's not just an hour of blank space.
Yes, very true. Very, very true. But, you got to embrace something, right?
What do you have to embrace?
Embrace the nothing.
That's right. You know what? We gotta get it out there. Hashtag embrace the nothing. If you're out there on Twitter and you're just like, I wonder what I should tweet out. Well, maybe you should tweet out hashtag embrace the nothing. And let's see what happens.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So before we get started, though, want you make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. If you want to get notifications when we drop our new episodes. If you want to tweet us, you could tweet us at CoreyKevin1. If you want to shoot us an idea, anything along those lines, a story you want to share, anything like that, you can either tweet us or you can email us at cktalkaboutnothing@gmail.com. Give us a follow.
Yeah.
Them new episodes.
When do we drop new episodes?
Oh, how about every Monday and Thursday morning?
That's right. Every Monday and Thursday morning. I try to get them in at 6 a.m.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
Yeah.
We're not paying anybody to do this yet, so.
Yeah. So about 70% of the time, maybe 80% now.
Yeah.
6 a.m. that sucker's live, so go check it out.
You gotta learn. Learns.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're going to use that hashtag, embrace the nothing, go ahead and tag us in there at CoreyKevin1 for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be awesome. All right.
Yeah.
So to kick things off here a little bit, talk about, some things.
Yeah.
So Kevin had a huge weekend this weekend, So tell us what happened, Kevin. How was your weekend?
I had a fantastic weekend. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm just kidding.
What happened?
5-year anniversary?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's huge, man.
5-year anniversary with my beautiful wife. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we kind of had a Kevin and Jessica type of weekend. Something that you don't always get to do as a parent. It's hard to fit in a movie, let alone 2 movies. So between Thursday and Friday, we fit in 6 movies and a documentary.
Wow.
Gotta catch up, And
That's
it was
true.
just like, we ordered sushi and we had a huge dish of sushi, and it was awesome. I love sushi.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest sushi guy, but good for you, It's your weekend.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was really nice. And then, so we went and picked up our daughter Clementine on Saturday. So kind of returned to normal by Sunday, get everybody ready.
Yeah.
Perfect week. 5 years, man. It went by really quick.
I was going to say, it's insane because I was in your wedding, so it doesn't feel like it's been 5 years. I'm just saying,
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
For sure.
So the 6 movies that we watched, which I'll try to get them in order of what we watched them to.
Okay.
So we started off Thursday night. And, it started getting dark out. We're like, what should we watch? Something spooky. I mistakenly thought a movie I'm Thinking of Ending Things was available, but it's not. It's not on until September 4th on Netflix. So that was a bummer. But Hereditary, that's what we watched first.
Okay.
Awesome horror movie. It was a lot of fun. There were times where I'm just like, WTF, like what is happening right now? It was a lot of fun though, but Toni Collette, man, she can act. Holy crap.
Really?
I would say total star of the movie was her. The movie had some scenes where you're just like, what? you got to pick your jaw up and continue on,
Yeah, for sure.
Have you watched Hereditary yet?
I have. I've seen the previews. So
okay.
That's why I don't want to go into details because I don't want you to ruin it yet for me.
I don't want to ruin it because the ending, I was like,
Really? Okay, good.
I I was like drawn to the back of my seat and was like, interesting. Okay. Have you ever watched Midsummer?
Is that on Netflix too, or no?
I don't know if Midsummer's on Netflix. It is on my Vudu. So it's the same director did Midsummer and Hereditary. So I had purchased the double pack there. So
Nice.
But Midsummer was really good. It was off the wall. It was interesting. I wouldn't say like scary, more like psychologically like whoa.
Okay.
But Hereditary, you can see where it's the same director. You can see where like story and concept wise, like how you get to the end of the movie is very similar. But yeah, I don't want to ruin anything. That was a really good movie though.
Okay. All right. So
that's number one, Hereditary.
Yeah, number one.
Number two was JoJo Rabbit, and
okay,
that was a really good movie, and it's considered a war / comedy, and I wonder if war comes before the comedy for a reason, because I almost felt like it was more drama, war versus comedy.
Okay.
There were still obviously laughable moments.
It's
Taika Waititi. He's directing. He's playing Adolf Hitler, the imaginary friend of JoJo, and I mean, yeah, like he's absolutely hilarious. And then and like at certain points though, you start realizing you're like, oh my god, like this might be satire, but this crap really happened, man. You know, so it's like
for sure.
It like hits like a different level, but it was a really well done movie.
Good. So I think that's sometimes different from like how certain people watch films and don't watch films. So I think certain people, like when they watch film movies, they don't think the way that, like, I think the same way you do too. Mm-hmm. Like I feel for that soldier out there in that thing. I think some people don't have that same kind of, they don't get in depth into movies.
Yeah, maybe they don't establish a connection with the character or something along those lines. But yeah.
Like my one brother, he's watched. Do you know? He told me. I'm just gonna say this. He didn't like Die Hard. I know. I trust me, because he doesn't like. I've started naming
pure shock
movies
is
off
on my
him.
face.
I know.
What?
Yes. So and then I started naming off other war movies and stuff. Hasn't even seen them. No interest. I'm like, are you serious right now?
That's interesting.
It's kind of wild to me. I mean, you know, because but out of my older brothers, my other two are definitely, they do enjoy their war movies. You know, I know that for a fact. But
so this, I don't. Do you know anything about JoJo Rabbit?
I do. Okay. I really don't. No.
So it's not necessarily a war movie per se, but I mean, it takes place during World War II. And we're following around this child named JoJo, who is like in like a Nazi youth camp. And like you see him wanting to be a good Nazi and stuff like that. So like the subject matter, you're like, oh my God, like this movie's got to be super. But I mean, there were the comedic performances. The kid in the movie was awesome. The kid who plays JoJo was awesome. Scarlett Johansson, awesome. Did such a great job. And Sam Rockwell, oh my God, he was so good. See, and like that's what I mean. Like there is comedy in there. Like there's
for sure,
definitely
it's gotta be, absolutely.
some really funny moments. Rebel Wilson's in it. What's his name? Reek from Game of Thrones.
He's in.
Alfie Allen's in it.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So I won't go into too much detail, but that's definitely worth a watch. It's just like it when I watched it, knowing Taika, I figured like it was gonna be more comedy. I was actually like very happy with how what it was. Actually, it was definitely a different movie than what I thought it was gonna be, and really enjoyed it.
Gotcha. Good. All right.
So that one, I mean, honestly, like out of all 6 movies and the documentary, like not a bad one. So it was. I do have an overall favorite.
Okay.
But so movie number 3 was.
Are we into Friday yet, or is this still Thursday?
Okay, we did Hereditary and JoJo Rabbit in one night, Thursday night.
Okay.
And then Friday we just hung out all day. It was nice. I mean, it stormed all day. It was like you weren't going to go anywhere anyways, you know?
Yep.
So I was like, this is literally the perfect rainy day to just watch movies. So we watched Friday. We kicked it off with The Prestige from Christopher Nolan, Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale.
Oh, okay.
Dude, wow. I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan, so I'm like a little ashamed for how long it's taken me to finally watch this movie. But wow,
another good one, huh?
Oh yeah. I
Approved.
would love to get through the rest of the 6, but if I'm gonna tell them in order, The Prestige, that was the best one out of all of them. Just absolutely fantastic. Acting. Oh, Scarlett Johansson. Oh, I just realized Scarlett Johansson's in that one as well. So hey, good for you, Scarlett. You made it into 2 of the movies that I watched out of the 6. So that's pretty cool. Have you ever watched The Prestige?
No.
Okay.
I have not.
All right. This is about like 2 magicians competing to have the better trick. They become obsessed. There's more to it, but
Yeah, of course.
watch
but
the
that's general
trailer.
purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do it.
It's
It's in my notes. That's what I just did. I just added it to my notes.
perfect. I try to, especially like if we watch a movie with Jessica. I forget what. Oh, The Old Guard. She was told that The Old Guard was really good, and I mean, I don't want to say it was bad, but it was definitely not nearly as good as I thought the hype was. But anyways,
Yeah, the hype's here. The movie's here.
I'm watching it. I'm like saying things like, "Oh, I wonder, if how long they've been alive." Ha ha ha! And Jessica like looks at me like, "What?" I'm like, "Do you even know what this movie is about?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "You never watched the trailer?" No. I'm like, "That is so awesome." So you have no idea, completely
Just
no idea. What you're just
going
jumping
in for sure. Yeah, it's so funny.
And I forget what other movie we did the same exact thing for. This was like a couple weeks ago, but
Yeah.
it was funny. So I feel like she didn't really watch any trailers for the movies that we watched. So it was kind of fun. It's fun to see her reaction, to see like what are you getting into,
Oh, for sure. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Because stuff, and then, but you know what I mean. And then also, getting her total new reaction of everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that's
like
genuine.
you don't know anything
what I
about
mean?
the movie, and
Exactly. It's super, and you guys think very, very similar. So in a lot of aspects. So then you know what I mean. So not saying that you don't have your own feelings on it, but you had your feelings before the thing even came out. You know what I mean?
Oh right, right. Like I know,
sure.
like
Yeah.
I'm more than likely going to enjoy that movie.
Yes.
Now there are ones that definitely deviate from that. I love Matt Damon and everything, and Downsizing, the trailer and the concept, I thought was such a cool idea. But wow, did that movie suck. I honestly was pissed at the end of that one. I was like, I want my money. I want time back. You cannot give me what I want back.
That's funny. The prepping, the
yeah.
trailer time, you know what I mean? There's a lot of effort into this. It's not just movie watching time.
It's not just movie watching. I had to think about that movie, okay? Like that occupied brain time. Like that sucks.
A lot of brain time, for sure.
All right, so after The Prestige, we decided let's check off all the Christopher Nolan films that we can. So we watched Insomnia, which is I think his second movie, and I think The Prestige is his third. The first one I think is Memento, which I've already seen Memento, and I've recommended that one already, so I won't get into that one. But Insomnia was with Robin Williams, R.I.P., and Al Pacino. Hilary Swank's in it as well. And
for some reason, it sounds familiar.
Oh, yeah.
It might have been one of those movies that I just glanced past, though. You know what I mean?
It might have been. Not to make a pun out of Insomnia or anything, but it was kind of a sleeper movie. Like, it came out. It's got a great Rotten Tomatoes rating, like a 92%, but I don't know. I just feel like nobody ever talks about it. I passed it over many times, and it's Christopher Nolan, so.
Yeah.
But it's a good like cop thriller. It was good.
Oh, okay.
It was really good.
I thought you were going to say a crying film.
What a crying film?
A crying film. I thought you were crying at it.
You pretty much they I don't even want. Yeah, they pretty much sit you down and you cry the entire time. It was fantastic.
I loved it.
I loved it. No, that's me watching Titanic. That's me watching Eternal Sunshine. That's me watching Mr. Nobody. Anyways, so yeah, Insomnia.
Okay,
another good one. Then
so how many is that? We're up to 4. Is that 4
yep,
or 5?
That's 4.
Okay.
So after Insomnia, we're like, whew, we've just been watching like, drama or thrillers. Like, let's switch things up. So then we watched Detective Pikachu. Okay. Which I don't know. Did you play Pokemon as a kid at all?
Oh yeah. I played. I was definitely a Pokemon kind of guy.
Dude, I played like Pokemon Yellow, Gold, like a whole bunch of them. Anyways.
Yeah.
This movie was sweet. It was so
You really enjoyed it?
Oh, dude, I enjoyed it so much, man. It was so much fun. I'm like sitting there like calling out, oh, look, it's one of these. Oh, look, it's one of these. The scene with Mr. Mime, I'm laughing so hard. It is so well done. I really thought it was so much fun, man. Detective Pikachu.
I'm about to give it another shot.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even care about the story. I just really enjoyed the interaction with the kid, the Pikachu, and everything else. The reporter girl, she was hilarious. Like everybody, it was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
I think I made it through the first 15 minutes. I went to bed and I was like a little bit tired, but enough that I'm like, I'm gonna get through a movie, right?
Yeah.
I got through like 15, maybe 20 minutes of the show, and it didn't wrap me up enough because I actually, how I'm not tired. You go lay down in your bed, you're snoozing, Oh
yeah.
So I go in there, and all of a sudden that's when I start getting tired. So I think maybe that's why I didn't get involved. But I didn't wake up the next morning wanting to finish the movie either, though. And I had my Pokemon cards for a very, very long time. I mean, those were a prized possession for me.
Oh yeah,
I enjoy Pokemon,
Oh, I enjoyed the
stuff.
I enjoyed the Game Boy games and the Game Boy Advance games a lot more than the card game. I was a Magic the Gathering player.
Well, yeah, okay.
That was all my time. Was Magic the Gathering buddies. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I collected the cards and played the video game on Game Boy. I didn't.
I got you. Yeah.
I didn't battle like the cards out. I just saved my cards in a binder.
Yep.
And then
I had like very few Pokemon cards, but I had like all like the good ones. Well, I also had a few Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I never played that one either.
Well, yeah, actually, it's funny because for some reason I had like one of my best friends. He loved both, and he's like, "Oh, you got to get on the Yu-Gi-Oh thing." Mm-hmm. I just didn't. I mean, I was a Pokemon. I just couldn't do it. I was just not interested.
Shameful admission here. Now this is back when we used to use some VHS tapes. I mean,
okay.
To be honest, it's just because that's what we had. But
yeah,
I actually really enjoyed the show Yu-Gi-Oh. It was like a little guilty pleasure of mine, and I didn't even play the card game. I just loved the show so much. I actually had our buddy Don DY. I actually had him like record on VHS for me, so I could watch the episodes when I got to his house and stuff. Completely ridiculous. It didn't last long, but I was like, man, this show is so good.
Yeah. Did he like it? Did he enjoy it as well?
I don't think he ever got into it. No.
What a good friend.
Yeah, he is. He's a great friend.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The kind of friend that you let marry your sister.
That's true. That is true. Good point.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
But dude, all right. So if it didn't grab you, you don't have to give it another shot. But I'll tell you what, it was a lot of fun seeing Charmander, Blastoise, and Squirtle, and Charizard coming out, dude.
For sure. See, that's the thing that like,
dude, Ditto. So many in the backgrounds. Sorry.
All right, I'm definitely got to. No, definitely got to rewatch it. I'm just getting. You're getting me actually pumped to watch it. That's
dude. That's why I've just been wanting to watch it because I'm like, I don't want it to be like, if we have one movie to watch tonight, it's going to be Detective Pikachu. I didn't want like it to be that kind of a movie. I knew it was going to be like this changed my freaking life kind of movie.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But it was so much fun. Actually, I mean, it was like the perfect mix-up to throw in there.
All right. So I'll do it.
If you have some time,
you brought me into it.
And you
one of
know,
those movies that I watch and.
Ryan Reynolds, man, I don't get tired of his voice.
Oh, he plays Pikachu.
It's not even just his good looks; it's his voice too. That son of a bitch.
Damn him.
Son of a bitch has it all.
Yeah. That's awesome. Is he Pikachu? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay.
he voices
I just couldn't
Pikachu.
remember. Okay.
Yeah. And it's just funny. It's just super funny. But so after that, since we were in a good kick, we went with Shazam.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Have you watched that one?
Yeah.
You watched Shazam?
Well, the one with I was just thinking of his name.
It just came out with Zachary Levi.
Oh no.
Yeah, no,
What
I'm
was I
talking
thinking
about
of?
the new movie Shazam.
Nope. Sorry.
Gotcha.
I was thinking of the one that everybody
Yeah.
says the Shaq's in a movie, right?
Yeah, Shaq's a genie or something like that.
Yeah. At first, yeah. Yep.
Something like that. No, not talking about that one. I'm talking about
Okay.
the new DC film Shazam.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on from. But Shazam, oh man, dude, that was such a fun movie and a refreshing take on a superhero genre origin story. Like, it was a pleasure to watch. It was a lot of fun, and the kids in there were so witty and funny, man. Like,
okay,
you'll have to see. And plus, it's like, have you ever watched the Tom Hanks movie Big?
Yeah.
It's like that with a superhero.
So it's God.
Like,
Okay.
He's a kid and he says Shazam and he turns into like an adult superhero, you know? So obviously hilarity ensues, you know? Like,
yes,
a
sure,
kid
100%.
who looks like an adult. Oh man, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And you have superhero powers? Oh man. Yeah, it was such a good watch. It was such a good one to cap off with.
All right. So, but you said you just watched a documentary, though.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we did. We were like, we're tired. We're not ready for a full movie that we want to pay attention to. But something had caught our eye. I think it's on HBO. And it's called Class Action Park. I don't know if you've... all right, so there's this... Used to be this park called Action Park in New Jersey. And it was a water park that was like no rules and like no regulations, and there were injuries constantly, and like eventually over a certain amount of years like 5 or 6 people have died because of like the safety precautions that they didn't take.
Wow.
And, like, but people loved it. Like, it's a part of these people like who went there, like it's a part of like them, you know, like the way these people talked about this horrendous park was like just like this pure nostalgia. It's almost like a love story to this shithole park, man. It was so funny. They're like, oh no, you'd go through this water slide and it's completely dark and you're like, oh my god, and then all of a sudden you see an opening and you drop 10 feet to ice cold water. How? All right, sweet, like that's fun, but yeah, like that's what you did. Like, people get concussions. There was no regulation on how many people would be going. So like you'd have people jumping off a cliff and then having somebody going down the slide and having people swim, just like hitting people. Like, anyways, dude, they started like expanding all these different rides, and they would test rides with their employees.
Oh my.
They said that nobody wanted that. It was a water slide that went down, looped, and then went down, right?
Okay.
So you have to have your human body have enough speed going and gravitational pull so that you stay going through the... So the first people were getting like concussions.
Because they weren't going fast enough?
Getting banged. Yeah, they weren't going fast enough. They said if you weren't like a particular weight, you would either not make it through, you would get stuck, or you would like go too fast and come out of there like banging, rolling, and like probably messed up. But they said they took like a piece of the top off where that like how they would get people unstuck, and like they would find like teeth in there. People would get cut up from teeth being smashed.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
It's I don't know if you watch if you're into documentaries at all, but This one was just like, you can't believe it existed, but of course, when it exists, in the 80s.
Of course. Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Nobody
Like,
gave a
regulation
shit.
just kind of went away. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there was
Yeah.
like just very little. It seems. I mean, obviously, I was not born then, but just seems very little
Parental
cares given.
supervision, you know?
Absolutely. I'm telling. Yeah. It was just take care of yourself.
They served beer there, too. So, like, people would just get trashed.
Yep. Let's go on this water slide.
They said that there would be, like, all these, like, there'd be fights and stuff in the parking lots. Or they have, like, a grizzly run where, like, you know, like, the tubes go down and everything.
Yeah.
But the way they made it, it wasn't efficient enough. So, like, people would bottom out, get stuck. People would, like, start, like, colliding with other people. So then people are getting drunk and pissed off and starting fist fights in the pools and stuff. It's just like... It's incredible, man, that it even existed. It's incredible.
Okay.
And it's absolutely more incredible that more people did not die. I'm sorry that people did die, but holy crap.
Yeah, yeah. That's funny. So that was a very fulfillful Thursday, Friday.
Oh, yeah, man.
I mean, anything Saturday?
I'm trying to think.
I'm just saying, because I mean, then you picked up your daughter that Saturday. But was that like evening or afternoonish? Yeah,
it was early afternoon. We didn't really do much. I think we started watching a little bit of that Aquafina show. Nora of Queens or something. I'm not sure what that title is. It was on HBO. It's a Comedy Central show. It's pretty funny, actually. Aquafina, she's pretty funny. So
I'll give it a listen.
yeah, give it a listen. I'm not gonna watch.
No,
but I will listen.
I'll listen. I'm always listening. Always listening.
So speaking of of movies and everything, it was really really sad the other day.
Was it? Absolutely.
Yeah, the world had to say goodbye to Chadwick Boseman, man.
Man, very very sad. And actually, and I'm not gonna lie, it took me by complete surprise. When I heard that, what I was doing is I was actually sitting here, talking to my little brother, and we're actually playing around Fortnite, and he's like, I was actually playing with him and his buddy, and he's like, no way, and I'm like, what? Then he tells me, I'm like, get out, I'm like, stop it. So in the game, I totally went in a corner and bumped around and.
Yeah, I got more important things. Wait, what?
Well, absolutely. So then I looked it up, and then you're almost like, and that's when I texted the group. You know what I mean?
I was impressed to receive that from you.
Yes,
I was like, whoa, wait a minute. First off, this is coming from Corey, so this might be accurate.
For sure, yeah. I don't mess around, Yeah. So that's why, and I always do my own research, and that's why sometimes I don't give thought process on the first thing because I want to get my own. I don't want to, have somebody else's impressions on things, right?
Yeah, we've run into that before where somebody's texted the group and it's like, well, no, that's not entirely accurate or something like that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So that's why okay, you know what I mean? But I'm like, it's absolutely true. I mean, I went to Wikipedia and it was already updated on Wikipedia, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay, it's sad, man. Super sad.
Like a month or two ago, or I don't know time anymore because of COVID, but he had posted a picture and he'd looked very thin, and unfortunately people are just commenting out the wazoo. And they deleted the tweets and everything, but he looked really thin. But I mean, nobody ever leaked that out. Nobody ever leaked.
No,
I mean he kept that pretty private, and I think it's absolutely amazing, astounding. Just an unreal superhuman to film the movies that he did while battling cancer.
Absolutely.
I mean that's impressive, man. That's
absolutely.
You're leaving a hell of a legacy. You loved your craft. You perfected your craft.
Absolutely. And he was phenomenal at it. Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah, there's no way you can recast Black Panther.
No way.
That dude was Black Panther. You
Absolutely.
either
100%.
pass the helm on to somebody, but you can't recast that. No way.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he did absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it really was like when you text me that, I'm like, get out of here. Like 2020 sucks, man.
Seriously. I mean, there was so much that happens, man.
Wow.
I mean, it's.
So we had joked because like in 2019 when you looked at the holidays for 2020, you were like, oh man, like all these holidays are looking like they're on weekends. Like July 4th was on Saturday, Halloween's on a Saturday. Like all these awesome party worthy moments are all on Saturdays and don't need to take any time off. And it's like, well, it's completely pointless, you know?
Yes, 100%.
Thanks.
Yep. That's why we'll bring the party on here, though. That's what we go. That's
right. We'll bring the party on here. That's great. That's great. But yeah, that was really heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I mean, he was such a hero to so many, and he had done so much with his time. So rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Absolutely. Yeah.
King.
Rest in peace.
I was tweeting King Bozeman because he's the real Black Panther.
Yep.
King T'Challa.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's sad, man.
Yeah,
Shocking
I
news.
agree with that.
So, but let's lighten the mood up a little bit here.
I can agree with that.
So what I did this weekend, right? So I did two things. We talked about in our previous podcast of something that I was supposed to watch. But I want to show you what I did this weekend first. Let's start before what I did.
Wait a minute.
Right?
Did you watch City of God?
What? I did.
Did you like it?
What? I really enjoyed it, actually.
Okay. All right. I'm like, wait a minute. You watched it and I didn't get a text? I'm like, holy crap.
Because I can't.
Save it for the pod.
Save it for the podcast. I don't want to ruin nothing, I want to get your genuine feeling.
We're keeping secrets from each other now.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I'll ask you a question like,
Kevin besides Mondays and Thursdays?
On the cast, bro. Save it for the cast.
It's so funny. No, we will still be friends, and I will still text you, but during things that we talk on the podcast, that's going to be the only difference.
Yeah, when it happens on the podcast, stays on the podcast. Well, I apologize. I feel terrible because I just explained 6 movies in a documentary, and none of them were hardball.
I was really hoping, I'm not going to lie to you, that one of those would have been hardball, too. And
man.
I'm sitting here, and you said the last one, I'm like, huh, all right.
Oh, interesting. So you said a documentary. Was it about Keanu, Would have been about awesome. Keanu and like maybe baseball. No, it wasn't.
Yep. No,
that's funny.
Not a little bit. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, we can talk about City of God at least, right?
Absolutely. All definitely. Right. But there's something else I want to bring up.
Oh, you got the so that is like a soundboard. Like you can.
It's like it's a soundboard. You can actually make beats and you could make noises, anything that you want. To where all you got to do is. You just hit your button and it plays it, man. It's so I watch a lot of instruction videos on this thing so far, like just ones that kind of I've watched more music ones because that's kind of what they have a bunch of.
Oh yeah, for sure. At least get the hang of it and everything.
Exactly. So but it was really sweet. And then there's a way that you can plug in somewhere on here. I think it's through your computer. You plug in your microphone, make a sound, and then that sound will be here, right? So I'm just saying anything that you want to do. So we can really start bringing. I don't know, but I am just super pumped about this.
No, that's game changing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say if anybody's listening or watching and have any ideas,
yeah, let us know.
Let us know.
See,
not let it snow, but let us know.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so that's one thing. That's just what I wanted to bring up. I was super pumped about getting this.
Gotta
weekend,
get off my chest,
Yeah, absolutely. It's been sitting down here ready for me to show you, but yeah. So I'm definitely
that's sweet. No, that'll be fun to tinker with. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll figure it out. We'll get to because since I'm only running off my laptop, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do things here. So we'll have to we'll have to mask up and you know what I mean.
We'll have to draw it out how everything is going to work and everything.
For sure, absolutely, yeah, exactly. So we'll figure that out. But anyways, City of God, sir.
City of God. So I'm impressed. Because that's a subtitled movie.
It is, and I watched the entire thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, Kevin.
I watched the entire thing.
So I want to go rent it because you can rent it off Amazon. It was available on Amazon.
Oh, perfect. So you didn't even have to go anywhere then.
No, so because I went there, they didn't have it. So I'm like, I tried.
Bit obscure for them.
Yeah. So whatever. I and I rent it, but right before I click the pay button, it says it like gives it more descriptive description, and it said English subtitles, and I wanted to text you right then and there, actually.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, you son of a, like, because I woke up this morning. That's what I did. I'm like, I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to get a cup of coffee, relax on my couch, just chill, and then watch this movie. I'm like, now I got to read this movie too? Like, what is going on? So I was super upset, but it was a very, very good movie. And I mean, all right, so my personal thought on it, right? At first, I'm not going to lie, when I first finished it, it obviously you get like the point and the justice and like the whole thing of everything happens, but then you go back and remember like other things in the beginning of the movie too, and it kind of like it brings you more emotion into the rest of it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing. So like you end up getting like, when the first group of people happened, and then you thought the little guy was actually gone. Like I'm not trying to ruin anything, but like when you do that, and then to come to find out that he actually went in and fulfilled his void in life.
Dude,
you know what I mean? You're like, wow.
Are you talking about the hotel scene when that
Yes.
kid goes into the hotel and just starts blowing people away?
It's insane.
Dude.
Like, you're like, well, holy shit. I just for some reason I didn't even expect that. I don't know why.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even think about
you
that.
would not
I really
expect
didn't.
that.
Yeah, so I was like totally, when all of a sudden we went back and looked, I'm like, wait, oh my gosh, he was missing. It makes so much sense now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's all clicking in there. So I'm like, oh, that's insane. So like sometimes like I had to like really think about it outside the movie.
Yeah.
And then when I did, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It was kind of crazy.
I mean,
really.
it shows you a world that exists that is like, wow, I cannot take things for granted. Like, oh man,
Well, yeah, absolutely, 100%. No.
It's one of those movies where like it's based on a true story. Of that journalist's life, and it's like, what? This happened, and it's almost like they shrug things off. They shrug getting shot at and shootouts in the street. Now, one thing that was crazy is the fact that like that one drug lord has his like arm and he wants pictures taken, like he wants all the pictures taken and looking all cool and everything. But
yeah, he didn't like the fact that other people were getting on that paper,
Exactly.
He didn't like that.
He didn't like that.
I'm king. I'm the king right here.
I mean, and then wasn't it? It was the kids, right? There were kids that took out the.
Yeah, and it was the kids, and he's the one that gave them their guns.
Yep.
He's the one that walked up to him and said, "I need you to be on my side when Carrot comes."
Yeah.
So, like, when that happens, that's what they were supposed to be on his side, and all of a sudden he gets. I mean, you've seen this. I'm not ruining anything.
Yeah.
But, like when he gets dropped off by the police, and that happens. Right after that, he literally kicks it down, and then all of a sudden, so he just gets dropped off. You know what I mean? Just his buddy, the other dude, he was in a getaway vehicle, got his head blown off. Thing came through. I mean, he's in a rough spot, and then all of a sudden, then you just get. I mean. When they walked up to him, the final photo where they took of him and like actually posted the photo, there was so many holes in him. I mean, it was insane. They did not they just unleashed, and it's insane the different like things that people live in their life. Like,
oh yeah,
that's
man.
crazy, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, people go. I mean, that it's like you said, you cannot take things for granted, and I think that was a.
Yeah, like the whole walk a mile in somebody else's shoe. It's really depending on whose shoes you're walking in, man. Because that is a life where I'm blown away. Like I'm watching that movie and I'm like, anybody who survives that situation and betters themselves, like holy crap, congrats, like that.
Yes.
It's outstanding, but I'm happy. I'm so glad you watched it and you enjoyed it. Then that's
for sure.
That's
really,
awesome.
I mean, I definitely enjoyed it. It was a good recommendation. Like I said, I was kind of pissed off. I mean, angry. I mean, upset with the English subtitles.
Read,
no, I really didn't. But I've actually gotten like
you get used
really
to it.
good. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean. It just I mean.
It's actually incredible, like how good you can actually watch, like Parasite. I mean,
exactly, 100%.
Parasite.
I knew exactly every detail.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean, about that movie. But I also had to watch it. You know what I mean? And I also had to read it, right? You know, it's just kind of weird. It's just that's the movie. You know what I mean? You just get used to it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a fan of like House of Flying Daggers, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So or even some early Jackie Chan stuff that's all subtitled and everything. So I've watched subtitles for years. So Pan's Labyrinth, if you ever watched that, that's subtitled. That's like a fairy, like an adult creepy fairy tale. That's a good one. Yeah.
I hate it.
Oh, did you watch Pan's Labyrinth?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
That should definitely be a watch. It has one of the coolest monster creatures I have ever seen. It's this scene. I'm not gonna ruin anything. It's just the monster. You've probably even seen like memes or images of it. But this girl is sitting down to dinner, and there's this guy with his head down and his hands on the table. And when he looks up, he's got no eyes. But when he puts his hands up, his eyes are in his hands. So that's like how he walks around. It's one of the coolest looking monsters, man. And for all these years, it's always stuck with me. I'm like, man, that's pretty
impressive.
cool.
Because that's pretty cool. Because then if you want to see behind you, boom. What?
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, there we go.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. That's insane.
Or like you want to check yourself out, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. How about
looking
look?
good?
Hold up. Yeah. Oh, stop it.
I'm looking. Oh yeah. Whoa. Oh, looks way better like that. All right. It's all about the camera angle, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You had to, you know. It's impressive. What's the name of that movie again?
Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah. So I'm gonna look it up real quick because I don't want to be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Guillermo del Toro, which I butcher his name all the time. Guillermo del Toro. I apologize. And one of the best parts about that guy is he is Pappy McPoyle. So this award-winning director is also plays Pappy McPoyle, who sends birds out to capture people's eyes. You know,
that's impressive. Yeah. How does this happen? How does all the same things get wrapped up in each other?
Oh, you know? I have no idea. Yeah,
that's
like
insane. It's
I don't. Even, we're not even on an It's Always Sunny topic, but it's like, well, if we're talking about Pan's Labyrinth, you should know.
Yeah, I mean, since you brought it up though.
He plays Pappy McPoyle. Oh, yep, Patty's Irish Pub right there.
I mean, just because you did it, you know, I'm just saying.
If you're watching on YouTube, Corey's wearing some proud gear of Patty's Pub.
Love that, Joe. So, but yes, all right. So I'll give it. It's on my list. It's okay. You know what I mean, I'm not. I would say all right. List for you.
The next movies I'm going to recommend to you are all going to be subtitled. I'll just forewarn you. Because there is some phenomenal movies out there that need to be watched, not remade. You know what I mean?
Truth.
One of those been the South Korean Old Boy. It came out in 2003. It is.
I think you told me about. I think you mentioned this before because I think you really recommended it, but I don't think so.
All right, it is, and I am not understating this at all. One of the best, if not the best, psychological thrillers I have ever watched. This story in there is shocking and awesome and bloody and awesome, and it's so good. It's such a great idea, and it's so cool. But I've never watched the new one. There's one that exists, an American version called Old Boy with Josh Thanos, Josh Brolin. It's with Josh Brolin, and I refuse to watch it because this movie, Old Boy, South Korean version, came out in 2003. There's no reason for it to have been remade. So, but Pan's Labyrinth, and then we'll get to Old Boy.
All right, but if you're telling me that I can watch an American version of a show that I don't have to read, you know which one I'm going to watch, right?
But it doesn't make sense. Like it's not as good. Kidding. Okay, I was going to say that's gonna kind of make me mad, man.
But hey, I'm at least getting half of it done though.
You're just like you don't do that. You just don't do that. All right.
That's funny.
Man, I'm excited. City of God. You know, that is a movie I guarantee you not many people are like, I've got a movie to recommend to you, but it's one that's stuck with me for years because of the impact. I mean, it's honest. Like you watch somebody else's life like that, and you're like, well, my life is not bad. I'll go to work tomorrow. That's no big deal. I mean,
there is one thing though about Rocket, to where he pretty much, I'm just gonna say, he had girl issues. He had he took this girl from another guy.
Yeah. What I forget his name. What was his nickname?
Who?
The her boyfriend at the time, because Rocket likes her. They hang out on the beach, and the other guy, her boyfriend's there. I forget his name, but
maybe Tav or something, or
yeah, he gets a little.
I really don't remember. He gets a little wild.
He gets a little drugged up.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
I'm sure it's pretty easy, like depending the accessibility and what to do.
Yeah, because wasn't it based in like 1960s? I'm pretty sure it was 1960s.
Oh, was it?
I think so, because I think it went back and said 1960s in the thing.
Okay, very cool.
So, so like that, and then you go to where he gets the girl, and then all of a sudden, Mr. Cool Guy comes in with all the money and just literally takes her straight from him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he is just, I've never seen somebody just so okay with that in my life.
Yeah, oh man, yeah, I forgot about that. I love the way they dress. Like it was almost like the more drug status you were, it was like the more fancier outfit.
Sure. Yeah, he was a playboy. Remember, he said, "I'm dressing like a playboy now." Yeah. So that's awesome. So he definitely enjoyed himself. That's the thing. Yeah. And then the only thing that I can for some reason tell what was going to happen throughout the whole movie was when Benny was going to get shot. Like when his buddy, the cool guy, Mr. Playboy, because when they come in, like okay, well, they ruined this part of the movie because they pre-started the movie before the end of the movie. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you see what I mean?
Oh, I see. I gotcha.
So they already said that this guy is still alive, and you don't see this Benny guy.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So when you think about it that way, now I will give them credit. They put it at the beginning and then towards the end. You know what I mean? It was really like right after that is when things got ramped up and then the ending happened. You know what I mean?
They got fucking crazy.
For sure. So like when, you know what I mean, when Mr. Good Looks comes in,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy though. I got to give him credit too. When that dude got shot and killed, I mean, the balls that young kid had to go get a gun from the guy that murdered his father.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And then shooting him twice, murdering him almost the first time, and then getting another shot to where he's shot up and murdered on the side of the street with a gun still in his hand, and he says that he's going to go run out and help and kill, little L, or little Z, I think. Little Z.
Little Z, yeah, little Z.
Yeah, little Z, and then they're going to go kill him, and then pop! Dead in the street. You're like, oh my goodness. I mean, this is just another turn. It was good. That's why I liked it.
It's like the streets go to.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's crazy. That's why. I mean, that's why. So, Kevin, so I want to say virtually to you, thank you, sir. Very good movie rental.
Absolutely. Yeah, you gotta bring some culture to us.
Yes. Now, there's something I need you to do though.
Oh, hardball.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get that done. I will get that done, and we'll talk about that.
No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, dude, like I mean, it's not one of my most highest recommending movies, but if you want me to recommend a movie to you, that's what I'm going to tell you to watch too.
All right, I will watch that one. You got Pan's Labyrinth on your list. I'll get Hardball taken care of here, and.
No.
I'm just saying, one's like, what did I say? It was like an 80 in the 80% of Rotten Tomatoes, and the one you're recommending is like in the low 40s.
I get it.
No,
which I'm actually blown away by.
I
really am blown away by the Rotten Tomatoes. But
yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like there are some movies where I'm like, whoa, hey, Interstellar being one of them. I think that's like a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm like, no, that is a 100% movie. Don't get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You see,
yeah.
but once again, though, I think there's people that, space and time and things like that, you really enjoy those things.
Dude,
like, that is something, that's your favorite thing.
Yeah, I am a sucker for time. Like,
Yeah.
you're like,
Time in
I have a
general,
time-related
for sure.
movie. I already love it. Sounds good. Like,
Yep.
it's
Wait a minute.
complete garbage. It's fine. I liked it,
The premise was great,
Yeah, yeah, the premise was great. That's like when before Endgame came out, I was like, as long as they have time travel in that movie, I'm happy. You've hit all my marks. You've literally done everything, and the way they do time travel in that movie, I'm like, I loved it. It was so good. But one time travel movie that your cousin Sean recommended to me, Predestination with Ethan Hawke. Now that movie was... I've never heard of that movie before, but man, I'm not going to ruin it. I'm not going to tell anybody how it ends, but whoo! Didn't see it coming. I was shocked and impressed that anyone could write anything close to that and being like, do you get it? On paper. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get that.
It's about time, so here's money.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
So if I ever become a producer and you have a time travel movie, come to me because I'll probably fund it.
Yep. All of a sudden, like, man, this guy, Kevin really likes his time travel movies.
The Time Traveler's Wife with Eric Bana and Rachel McAdams. Loved it. There's a movie called About Time, coincidentally with Rachel McAdams, with a guy I'm not too familiar with, but loved it. I'm just like, I don't care. I really love time travel and anything that deals with time.
No.
I once tried to write one, and I'm like, okay, this better blow some socks off, or I'm throwing this in the garbage. But yeah. So time travel and everything, but how do we get on to time travel? Oh, Interstellar, 72%, Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So Rotten Tomatoes doesn't always get it right, and I understand that. That's why it's not. You shouldn't watch a movie just because of the rating. If it interests you, watch it. If you think it's going to be something good, watch it. You might pull something out of that movie that some people didn't.
For sure, yeah, absolutely, and that's why I think that I really enjoyed Hardball. I think our buddy enjoyed Hardball as well. Mm-hmm. I think that, you don't have the appreciation of sports like we do.
I love sports movies.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I was gonna say. But you love sports movies though, so that's something that gives you a leg up on that end of things. I wouldn't recommend Hardball to my mom because she doesn't like baseball. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like she's not. Right. It's not a baseball movie, but that's generally what it is based on that as well. You know what I mean? It's, of course, there's drama, there's this, but it's a baseball movie.
Yeah.
So
one of my favorite sports movies is The Legend of Bagger Vance with Matt Damon, Charlize Theron, and Will Smith.
I don't think I think that might be a sports movie that you've seen that I have not.
It's I like to explain it as it's a movie about golf. It's not really about golf.
Okay.
And it's really cool because they use like real people, like Walter Hagen and other people that like really exist in real life, and they kind of put them in like this fictional tournament with Matt Damon. But wow, what a great movie, and there's just so many good moments in that one. It's a really good drama, and it kind of takes place a little bit after World War I. So it's like an earlier time. It's a time period piece, but it is really cool. It was really cool. It was really well done. I loved it. Might have made me tear up a little bit. I'm not even sure anymore. I cried so many movies,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I should have all right. So comedies get how many inhalers I've had to use. Dramas are how many teardrops I have.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I like this rating system for sure.
It's like, okay, it's a comedy. Oh man, 5 inhalers. This has got to be good.
Yeah. Whoop. That's on the high recommendation list.
That's like I think you should leave with. man, I can't remember his name right now, but that show right there on Netflix, I think you should leave. That's a 5 out of 5 inhaler usage. All right, that's
Is that the one that he opens the door the wrong direction? In that one? Yes, all right. I've seen.
I think it goes the other way. Nope, it goes this way. I was here earlier.
I love the stare down. So, all right, yeah, you're right. That is a funny thing. Just me thinking of that scene's funny.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, absolutely. Tim Robinson. I think you should leave with Tim Robinson. Which that dude, I've said it before. Him and Eric Andre should have a show because those two are hilarious.
For sure.
So Hardball's on my list.
Okay.
That's for sure. There was another movie that I had mentioned earlier that comes out September 4th. It's directed by Charlie Kaufman. It's called I'm Thinking of Ending Things. And it's an interesting looking movie. And you have Netflix, so if you get a chance, look that one up and look up the trailer. It looks quirky and fun. And it looks like a Charlie Kaufman movie. So it's going to be sweet. I'm excited about that one. Tenet, we're going to try to get a babysitter. I think Tenet comes out around where we're at September 4th. So we're going to try to get a babysitter around, some point and get out to see Tenet. And then my dad keeps bugging me about Ford versus Ferrari. So that is also on the list. I got it on the Voodoo.
Okay.
Just gotta. I felt bad after I told him the 6 movies in the documentary I watched, and then he's like, "I watched Ford vs Ferrari for the 3rd time." I'm like, "Okay, all right, I'll put it up there, man."
Yeah, all right. Move it up the list. So your list is long, but there's certain ones that people want you to watch.
Yeah, like if I hear from multiple people about a specific one, it moves up. For sure. If I'm like, people can't stop talking about this, it's clearly got to get moved up. So makes sense. So yeah, those are things that I'm looking forward to, and 2 TV shows that are going to be coming out real soon. I'm not sure. The Boys season 2 might be out. I'm not sure. I haven't looked.
Okay, but I that's one I definitely want to see for sure. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Like that was a show where I was absolutely blown away by every single episode.
Yeah, and it was like, I mean, enjoyable to watch. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it was, man.
Wild.
It was
but
almost
enjoyable
like
to watch.
I can't believe they got away with putting this on any streaming.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Amazon, wow. All right, thanks Amazon.
Yep. So yeah, I got a show too that I did watch.
Go ahead.
So I was just hanging out, and I just had the TV on, and I was just going through, and I watched something. Oh, I watched that in the basketball game, and it went into a movie. I mean, a show. Mm-hmm. So it was, Apocalypse. Oh my
Apocalypto?
gosh. American Horror Story. Apocalypse, season 8. Okay, listen. The premise of this one, I'm not a huge American Horror Story fan. I enjoyed the first season. We've talked about this before. I enjoyed the first season. Yeah. I did not enjoy multiple seasons after that. I lost count. I don't even know which one they didn't enjoy. Yeah, okay. So I'm just sitting here, and then I had my cousin over, and he's just sitting over there, and all of a sudden, we were just BSing or whatever, and this show just started catching my eye, and the premise of it's pretty cool, like a little bit, right? I didn't watch it fully because we were just sitting here BSing,
right?
But it's pretty. So they go to this old house that there was a mother that a mom that had a son. Well, the son was actually. So I haven't got it far enough to know what he is, okay? But he's a killer, okay? They were talking about demons, okay? So I don't know if he's a demon or what it is, okay? Mm-hmm. So I don't know what this whole thing is, right? So what she did though, every time she killed something, she would bury it in the backyard. Well, then all of a sudden she made him stop, they tried to was making him stop and stuff to get a priest over there to do things, right? And he just killed the priest, and I think it was nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm he just started going absolutely insane. But the crazy, his mom is just burying everything and just saying it's okay, that she loves him.
Oh, that's not
right.
Enabling.
So exactly. So it's a super awkward thing, you know what I mean? And then it came to a point to where she actually drank herself to death, and then when she woke up, every person that he killed and every animal that he killed was alive as spirits in the house. and now so like they own that house, obviously, right? That's the whole thing. Okay, so they're ghosts in this house, but then there's these two people that buy the house that come in that want. I'm sorry. Okay, the son actually, went out and started to be a real like working in like the workplace. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then now these two people that come, that's their workers, but another worker sent them to this house because of something I brought up. Somehow they found out. See, once again, I haven't seen it all. It's sent to this house to like look at the house, and like they're like special like ghost people. So now they did some sort of seance that where they can see these dead spirits.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you start hearing all the stories because you don't know anything at first. You have no idea.
I gotcha.
It's just this kind of oddball things, but it's sweet though because there's so many characters. It's kind of cool. Like they ask, like so they like, and I think what their point is, what they're doing is they're actually going there to settle these spirits, and like to send them off to like not in the middle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Send them off to wherever they're going, right?
Yeah. So they can cross over.
Purgatory.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah, purgatory. Right. So that's what they're in. So they're crossing over from there. So the premise of it, I'm like, wow, like that's actually a pretty cool premise so far, right? I mean, I guess, but like I do like ghost stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a lot of Paranormal Activities.
Okay. I loved Paranormal Activity, the first one. It was so well done. Like the special effects
absolutely
were astounding.
perfect, dude.
I mean, it was like
thank you.
It was like great job on
Enjoy.
figuring out how every little thing worked off camera and,
For sure.
and how to get all that. It was really well done. They start trailing off. It used to be a little tradition that we would take my brother to go in theater to go see him, and I think after the fourth or fifth one, we just we gotta stop.
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't be giving them money. Is the problem?
No. That's that keeps happening because I think ghosting is a huge thing. I mean, I think
because
doing it.
You have the end of September and the entire month of October to really just hammer out so many horror movies. So it's like, and they usually don't take a whole lot budget wise to make. So it's like you can just hammer those out.
So, but I think that's one that I'm going to slide in there at some point. I'm not saying right now by any means, but watching that one episode really intrigued me. I'm like, okay, we'll give it a shot.
I'll tell you, maybe. They sometimes have good concepts. It's the problem is that the acting, the sing-alongs, the overacting, the straight. It's almost like they made a mockery of it at one point. Yeah, I really enjoyed the first season. I was like, wow, they're on the right track with this.
Actually. For sure, 100%.
And then that second season came out. I was like, they threw every single cliche of a horror story in it. I mean, they had Nazi scientists, aliens, Satan, all this stuff, and I was just like, you don't need to throw them all together like that. That's outrageous. But then it just kept getting worse and worse. And the Witches one, where it was basically a promo for what's Fleetwood Mac? What's her name? What's that lady's name? I can't remember it right now. But
Stevie Nicks, though, right? Stevie Nicks. Thank you. Okay.
So it was basically like an album promo for Stevie Nicks. They literally had like an episode that was almost like a full music video, and it was like, I'm done with this. This is like you've created Glee, you created American Horror Story. Now you've just molded the two, and it's garbage. So
this is back to your musical hating.
Well, and it's not musical hating because there's many musicals that I like. It's just the fact that why do you have to merge the two? And then, wow, it's such a cheap move to like promote your music material on cable television like that. It was such a gimmicky waste of time. The story was garbage, and some of the acting just gets terribly repetitive. So then, after that, I was just kind of done, and
that's what we watched those together at a friend's house.
Yeah,
we get together every Sunday, wasn't it?
Wednesday I think was American.
Oh, it was maybe a Wednesday.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember, but it was a long time ago.
It was just like, okay, I don't want to waste my time watching these anymore, and I forget which one we started watching, Roanoke, and then it started getting. I was like, okay, I don't even want to finish this, and then I just gave up completely. And I've it's still going. Apparently people watch it, and that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't personally think it doesn't deserve American Horror Story.
No.
It deserves like American Glee Story. Sometimes we have Horror Elements Story. Something stupid like that. But I'm glad you brought that up, and I don't want to hate on the show because like if it might be different this time, like you said, it captured your attention. Maybe it's different this time. I don't know
For sure. Yeah.
You'll have to let me know. But
yeah.
one thing that is similar to that it seems is the introduction of The Haunting of Bly Manor. You watched The Haunting of Hill House, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
I loved that. That was
loved.
Great writing, great acting, great everything, effects, everything. Like there were so many episodes where like I'm captivated by the characters. The one scene where they're driving in the car and the two sisters are fighting, and then the third sister's ghost like kind of screams at them in the middle. It made me jump because I was so invested in their argument that like when you came at me, I was like, "That's how you do horror. That's how you do scare tactics. That's how you do it right there." So I was
wrapped up in a drama.
Yeah,
for sure.
I loved it. I loved the story of the two kids and everything. I mean, it was sad. It was great. I really loved it.
Yeah.
The Haunting of Bly Manor is a different house, same writer. But
they do the same thing.
But I mean, same concept, haunted house and everything.
Yeah.
But same. I noticed in the trailer, because I think the trailer just dropped today. It was really cool. Check it out. It looks good. The same actors. There's a few of the same actors I saw from the first. The dad, the daughter, the drug addict's son.
Nice.
So I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe they can take what the idea of American Horror Story and actually make it good.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, there's probably gonna be like, I love American Horror Story, and I'm like, that's cool if you enjoy it. I'm sorry that I'm hating on it so bad.
No,
it's definitely not my cup of tea. I can say that.
Yeah,
for
I'm
years.
telling you, just give it, give the first episode of season 1. I mean, season 8 a shot sometime,
Man,
and just tell me.
8,
I mean,
congrats to them.
Well, exactly, yeah. So, but actually, I think there's season 10. I don't know if it's dropped yet, but when I googled that, like when I googled the show,
so the one that you're watching right now isn't the current one?
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
So this is not even the current one. This is actually an old one, and I think they're getting ready to either drop season 10. I think that's what it is, or like it's coming again because it is around.
Their last season was I think 80s slasher horror, and I love 80s slasher horror. That's if there's a horror movie, or not even just 80s.
Just slasher.
Yeah, slasher in general.
Yeah.
My absolute favorite is Halloween, and that's 1970s. But Halloween, I love the original Halloween. That's a horror movie right there, man.
Fantastic.
That's Like, I don't care if you recreated that movie with a different character or anything like that. Like, that had all the elements of suspense, creepiness.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Good
job, John Carpenter.
Oh yeah. I actually had an ex-girlfriend I'd never seen before, so we sat down and watched it, and then she thanked me because she actually liked horror films but didn't watch that movie.
Oh wow, yeah, that's like a.
We're doing that.
Yeah,
If
you want to be introduced into horror, watch Halloween because that is such a good one.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street is you get to see Johnny Depp eaten by a bed, his blood goes splattering.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm a fan of slasher horrors and horror genre in general, but I heard that this previous season, the 80s slasher horror was good. I heard it was good, and maybe one day I'll give it a shot, but at this point...
There's a lot of things, and they disappointed you, so I understand. It's hard to
man. Oof.
I get it.
But The Haunting of Bly Manor, that new trailer dropped, so check that out.
I'm in.
Yeah. So and Hereditary. If you're telling me that you enjoy a good old horror movie, check out Hereditary. I felt like that one was like really well done in the fact that like the pacing of the movie and what you think is going to happen in the movie and everything is you're along for a ride. And,
Yeah, okay.
and when you come to the ending, you're like, awesome. Like, wow,
Yeah.
okay. Sweet. So, yeah, that'll be...
Okay.
Those that'll be a good one for you to check out.
Noted.
No, it's like you have like a bank of recommendations now.
Mm-hmm.
It's to like double time. You have to have my Thursday and Fridays all the time to like
Yeah, for sure.
catch
Yeah,
up and
stack them up in there.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because it's I like it though. So when I'm sitting on Netflix, Hulu, or whatever I'm trying to look at, instead of me having to
I'll
go
help you
through
out.
and just all of a sudden, I'm like, let me go to my list. Hold up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Then I got a list of stuff to go through. So
That's a really good idea, actually.
I'm telling you, because if you search all the time, you're always gonna find something new that's not on your list to watch. So
Yeah.
instead of even going to those apps when I'm ready to watch a movie, I just go to my list.
That's a good. I like that. Okay.
Just
I'm gonna have
and
to.
then it
I'm gonna have
helps
to
them,
like write down. I like that idea. I'm gonna have to write down all my recommendations, and then really like the next time Jessica and I are like scrolling through, like, wait a minute, we have stuff we need to watch. That's good.
Yeah,
I
for
like
sure. Yeah, works out. So that's what I got.
Because it's so disappointing to a friend or even a coworker where they're like, have you watched that movie yet, or have you watched this TV show, and you're like, no, I haven't.
No, I have not, yeah, absolutely.
It's just like, man, okay, I can tell you want to talk about it, so it's like I know I need to watch it, but man,
yeah, I'm about to go home tonight and watch it now. And then tomorrow, when you get back, we'll talk about it. That's for sure.
now Corey, Hamilton, Watchmen, John Oliver, all right.
Oh, dude, I got it! Woo! Bingo!
Figured I'd throw that in there real quick.
Thank you, man. I was hoping. I was actually sweating over here that I was not going to get my bingo tonight.
I'm panicking. This is a horror movie right now.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
for sure.
glitch
I'm
in the
gonna prolong
Matrix.
this podcast. This is gonna be a 3-hour podcast until you say it. But we're good.
We're not done yet.
But Kevin, is there anything else that you want to recommend to me again?
Yeah. What other recommendations do you have? But speaking of recommendations, if anybody listening or watching has any that you obviously can tell what our taste is in movies or TV shows if you've been listening. So if you have some recommendations, email us at cktalkaboutnothing@gmail.com or tweet us at CoreyKevin1.
Hashtag embrace the nothing.
That's right. Let's get that up and rolling. I
think so. I think so.
I think so, too.
I think it's a good idea, and we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it. So you got any closing thoughts?
I mean, I don't. I think that.
I like that.
I
I don't.
Yeah, no, I think that we got everything out that I, really, I had on my chest for today. I wanted to talk about some things. I'm gonna work on the soundboard.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I mean, there's different things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch a couple things in this list before they're, try to. I am on vacay this week, so.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm enjoying myself a little bit.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, good.
Yeah,
good
so
for
I
you.
may try to get like one in every morning. I'm gonna try not to
Sleep
stay
it
up
away.
late.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not gonna sleep my vacation away. So
That's how I am.
It's a staycation.
It's vacation. Like I need to be staying
Yeah.
up late. I don't have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, for
I have
sure.
a baby wakes up, but
Yeah, absolutely. But she takes naps.
She takes naps, and sometimes we'll hey, if you want to stay up later, if you want, I'll get her in the morning. That way you can sleep in, or something. We throw that around occasionally. So
That's awesome. Yeah,
oh yeah, teamwork, baby.
absolutely. That makes the world go round.
It makes the world go round. All right, so my closing comments are going to be,
Yes, sir.
by the time this podcast airs, it's no longer going to be free for PlayStation Plus members. But if you did pay attention to PlayStation Plus, there's a game called Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. And my wife and I played it for the first time today, and my God, it was so much fun. We haven't really found a game that's been fun for us to play for a little while. Like, all I play is World of Warcraft and first-person shooters. She doesn't really play first-person shooters, and she doesn't want to invest time into WoW, which is understandable.
Yeah, it's a lot of time.
Who does?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
But who else? Right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So the past couple of weeks I've seen this Fall Guys game, and I'm like, man, that just looks fun. And then I was like, oh, today I'm gonna download it, and I showed Jessica because I'm like, I think you're gonna get a kick out of this game. And man, I have not seen this competitiveness in Jessica since like Little Big Planet 3. It has been so much fun to see her just
get angry.
Oh yeah, or just get so excited and just try her damnedest to get to the qualification line. I mean, it is a lot of fun. So if you're looking for a game, especially to trade out, it's not a game where you can play split screen or anything like that.
Yeah.
But the rounds go so quick, you just trade off and you can invite people into your party. That way, it's still everybody's out for themselves, but you can at least have friends in the same match. It's worth downloading. It's worth buying.
I did it today. You recommended it. And it's already on.
Oh, I messaged it to the group because I'm like, listen, guys. I know I haven't been on PlayStation in a little while, but quite some time. World of Warcraft's been eating that up.
Well, I know. Yeah. You talked about your weekend, and then you're like, of course, you had to get that in too.
Yeah, I did play a little bit. It's funny on my vacation. I really didn't play much WoW. But I tried to, if Jessica was going to sleep or was feeling tired, I tried to stay up a little later and get it in. Yeah. So, but yeah, Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout. It's a knockout. Oh, it's a knockout of a game. Whoa! Bet they never heard that one before.
Nope.
But yeah, it's just been so much fun seeing Jessica just get amped up.
I bet. Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited.
Yeah, before I
stream it or something.
Yeah, before I came down to podcast with you, she's still playing up there. Oh, that's so funny.
Hey, Clem has got to go to bed on time tonight. Well, I have Fall Guys to get to.
Now that was actually fun too. We got Clem home. And we're like, I bet you she would love it because they're all just like fun little cartoon characters, and she's watching Jessica play, and Clem's just like stomping on the ground, laughing so hard, just loving it, thinking she's just loving all the characters running around. So it's fun for the whole family, There you go.
All right, there it is.
There it is. There's the line. No. But that's that's.
All right.
Those are my closing comments.
Cool. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So we'll get the gang together and play a few rounds of that.
No. Cool, sir.
All right.
So
I think it's a good time to sign off and close out this episode. It's another wonderful episode.
Yes, thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
If you're watching us.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Hit that like, subscribe, follow, leave us a review, give us some comments. Tell us
ideas.
Yeah.
I'm excited, guys. Just send us a couple ideas or something.
We're friendly. We don't bite.
Yeah.
You got questions for us? You got shout outs for us? You got story for us? Let us know.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.